This is TaskSpoon, the series where I aim to complete the collection log by doing one randomly generated task at a time. After completing the medium tier, I'm ready to attempt some of the longest and hardest challenges yet as I move on to the hard tier. Welcome to Season 3 of TaskSpoon. Hello everybody and welcome to episode 81 of the TaskSpoon series. In the last video, I did Monkey Madness 2, and I got a Zenyte drop, and I did 6 days of crafting, and I made a Suffering and a Fury, and I'm very excited to use it. And we ended by rolling a Zulrah task, which is actually the perfect task to be able to use both of these items and get a good upgrade, so I'm very excited about that. But first things first, I'm going to do some AFKing in Nightmare Zone, get the points to imbue this thing, and then we will go and kill the snake. Like most rings in Old School RuneScape, imbuing it just doubles all of the effects, so the defenses go from plus 10 to plus 20, and the prayer goes from plus 2 to plus 4. So pretty useful, not game-changing by any means, but still nice to have. And I need to AFK to do some editing, and this is super AFK. I essentially just have to make sure my prayer doesn't drop, which I can AFK for like 6 minutes at a time, so this should be no problem. But yeah, just gonna get the 700k points. I forget exactly how many, I'll have to look it up. I think it's like 720k or something, so yeah, gonna do that. Well, there's the 725,000 points that I needed to imbue this ring. But I'm just going to keep going until this overload runs out to hopefully get a few points, so next time I need to do this, I can actually buy some more overloads, so. Okay, imbuing the Ring of Suffering, upgrades, imbue, perfect. It is beautiful, and let's go get set up for some Zulrah. So this is the setup we were using last time. I know this because I have the inventory setups plugin, and this was the last thing I killed Zulrah with. But now, this is what we get to use, which is insanely better. The Arams is incredible. They actually give defense bonus, so I'll hopefully be taking less damage. Fury, obviously amazing. Ring of Suffering is incredible. I don't have to bring extra recoils or worry about them breaking mid-kill. In terms of the range setup, we got the Carols, which is great. And on my last Zulrah task, I got a Blowpipe, or rather a Tanzanite Fang drop on 11 KC, which was great. And we could use it to kill Zulrah, but I think I'm going to try just with the RCB for now. The Zulrah scales will be nice to stack up to use in the future instead of sort of using them as I get them. And the darts, that way I don't really have to worry about it. I got lots of Diamond Bolts E to go through for now. So I think this is what I'm going to bring. I'm not going to bring the Blowpipe for now, although I may end up switching that. But yeah, the setup is way stronger. I'm very excited to get into this. Let me get fully set up, and then I'll talk a little bit more about Zulrah. So this was essentially exactly what my inventory looked like before. I'm missing one item here because I used to bring an extra recoil, which I don't need anymore. So I might just bring extra food. Not really sure about that one yet. But yeah, this is what we're looking at. I'm going to be using the Cure Me spell on the Lunar Spellbook again, because I still don't really have any access to anti-venoms, and the Cure Me spell works really well. You don't have to worry about bringing a bunch of anti-poisons to reduce the venom a bunch, so that's convenient. The Slayer Ring is to get to a Fairy Ring. The Ring of Dueling is to restore my stats, health, prayer, etc. And yeah, we're pretty much ready to go. Okay, the last change to the setup, I'm bringing the Blessed D'hide Body instead of the Carol's Top, because they're like essentially pretty similar. The Carol's Top has better melee defenses, but that doesn't really matter here, and I'd rather the prayer bonus, so that is that. In terms of what we're actually after here, the things that would count as Zulrah uniques for the task are the Magic Fang, the Serpentine Visage, and the Uncut Onyx for some reason, which technically all three would be useful for me in different ways. I think the Magic Fang is probably objectively the best upgrade. The Serp Visage is probably... it's actually still pretty useful just for preventing poison. I mean, even here I could use it and then not get venomed. So that would be great, actually. The Onyx would also be useful. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I'll get what I get, but yeah, all three are useful for me. So anything I get will be great. And even if I don't get anything for a while, the supplies will be nice. So yeah, we can just go and get started. Okay, first kill back, super sloppy, but whatever. The important thing is that I didn't die on my first kill, and I only had to teleport once because I forgot to turn on my Ring of Suffering's recoil settings, and I couldn't do it in combat because you need to go through the chat prompt to actually turn it on, and so I kept trying to do it, but because there were so many snakelings, they kept hitting me and breaking it, so yeah. Anyway, first kill, didn't die, going again. Also, I had a surprisingly large amount of people comment on the fact that I actually click on the Cure Me spell in the spellbook instead of just clicking on the health orb to heal my poison. I didn't think that was going to be such a controversial thing, but yeah, I don't like clicking on the health orb because if you misclick, then your guy starts running who knows where into the poison, and that's bad. So I just don't do that. I don't know, my cursor's already over my inventory to switch prayers and gear anyway, so like there's no reason not to just click on it over here. I don't know. Kills like that, I'm gonna try and do 2 kills per trip. I don't think it'll really matter in the long run in terms of efficiency, but it just feels fun, you know? Like, I already had to eat a couple sharks just to make room in my inventory to actually pick up the loot, so I might as well just drink a couple prayer potion doses and go again. It doesn't save that much time, but eh. Oh, that was a PB. 155. Cool. I mentioned before that I had got a Tanzanite Fang on my 11th kill, which is extremely unlikely. The uniques are all 1 in 1024 per drop, but you get 2 drops per kill, so it's more like 1 in 512 per kill. And there are 4 uniques, so you have about a 1 in 128 chance of seeing a unique on any given kill. So getting 1 in 11 KC is very good. I'm not expecting to get that lucky anytime soon, so I'm sort of mentally preparing myself to do like 200 Zulrah kills, which could take a very long time, but if that's what it takes, then that's what I gotta do. I just wanted to mention that the Tanzanite Fang on 11 KC was an anomaly and very unlikely and probably not going to happen again. So be prepared for a lot of Zulrah kills. I saw the combat achievement pop up and I got so excited. I guess that was just the 25 KC achievement, so still cool, but not exactly what I was looking for. Oh, that was another PB, 147, nice. I don't know what I plan on doing with this video. The last, like, 20 clips I recorded are just me looking at loot and not getting the items, so hopefully I figure out some way to make this entertaining. But yeah, you always love to see a PB. Well, that was my 50th kill, so now if I die, I have to pay to get my items back. But I haven't died since, like, my 3rd attempt of this task. And, I mean, I don't even know how many kills I've done. I guess I was on 11 KC. So I've done 39 kills and only died, like, once. So, feeling pretty good about that. That shouldn't be an issue. But that is a little bit annoying because I still could die, but yeah. Oh, tied my PB. that was kill number 69 here at Zulrah. I am feeling pretty comfortable at this point. Haven't had any close calls in a while now. And I just wanted to mention something that I've started doing. And I can't decide if it's worth it or not, but it's just so funny to me. But when you cast the Cure Me spell, there's no delay on casting it, and it doesn't interrupt what you're doing, i.e. it doesn't stop you from attacking or anything like that. And so it turns out that when you get venomed or poisoned, like every tick that Zulrah hits you, you can just spam click the Cure Me spell and like farm magic experience. And I've started doing that. I'm not sure if it's worth it because it does use 2 Astrals, 2 Cosmics, and a Law Rune every time I do it. But at the same time, it's just so efficient, like I can't stop myself from doing it. I don't know, I just thought that was funny. Sometimes Zulrah just hits you twice in a row with range on her mage phase, and you just sort of die, and you know what? You just gotta accept that. Oh, I forgot I have to pay 100k to get my stuff back. I'm so sad. This was the worst kill of my entire life. 344. I just could not hit every single range phase, or sorry, every single mage phase. She range attacked literally every attack. I had to go through all of my food to get that one kill. That was painful. I'm actually really happy I decided to just use the RCB for these kills. Thinking about trying to optimize the 2-tick attack cycle of the blowpipe is already giving me a headache just thinking about it, let alone trying it. So very happy with that. Not to mention I'm building up these Zulrah scales. We'll have plenty in the bank for future blowpipe use. So yeah, happy with that decision. Apparently there is a combat achievement for 75 KC, which is kind of weird, but sure, 75 KC, cool. Again, with the overhaul to the combat achievement system, getting any combat achievements passively, especially elite tier ones worth 4 points, is going to be great for me to work towards that next tier, the hard tier. I don't really know what the rewards for the hard tier of the combat achievements are, but any rewards are good rewards, so passive achievements are great. And I did briefly just want to mention the color on the outside of my equipment in my inventory here is the Inventory Tags plugin. You can shift right click once you enable it and set an inventory tag and it will be that color. And I just like to color code my gear so that when I'm doing my switches and I miss a piece, you can very clearly see which one I missed. It's the one that doesn't fit in with the rest of them. So I just find it helps with switches when I'm doing sort of higher end bossing and stuff like that. So if you're ever wondering what that was, Inventory Tags plugin. There you go. What is this drop? What? That has got to be one of the funniest drops I've ever seen from Zulrah. Hitting the rare drop table twice and then being a full crystal key worth of half keys. I don't want to know the chances on that. Man, tied my PB again. I just can't break that 147 mark. Aw, this could have been such a big PB. It might still be a PB. Nah, it could have been so good. I stopped hitting in the middle. I'm so sad. So, I'm gonna take a short break from doing Zulrah and go and complete Mage Arena 2. The Mage Arena 2 capes aren't on the collection log anywhere and therefore are not on the spreadsheet, so there is no task to go and do them, and Mage Arena 2 is not a requirement for any other task, so realistically I can just sort of do this whenever I want, and I feel like now is a very appropriate time, considering I'm doing a bunch of maging at Zulrah, so having it will be nice. I do have to go and unlock the 3 god spells because I didn't do any of those, but that shouldn't take too long. I feel like this is a rather short detour for an item that I'm going to use forever for the rest of the account. So yeah, I'm going to go and do that. Okay, first thing I gotta do is cast all of these spells 100 times each, so I'm gonna be here for a while. Hopefully I don't get PK'd, because I brought all the stuff to do all the casts right now, so... Alright, Saradomin's Strike is almost done here, and I've only been here for 100 casts, and I've already seen 2 separate people trying to Skull Trick, pretending to be one of the Saradomin battle mages, and I didn't realize people actually tried to do that. I remember watching a video of somebody trying to do that. I mean, I don't remember who it was at this point. It was so long ago, but that's so funny. Flames of Zamorak has been charged, and I have the easy one left because I can autocast. Heck yeah. Alright, all 3 god spells unlocked. We can go and do this thing. I think I've only ever actually done Mage Arena 2 on Leagues, because when I was playing my main, it wasn't out yet, and yeah, I don't really remember what you have to do. I remember you just go around the wilderness, and you press the thing that hurts you, but locates the guy, and then you kill the guy, and when you've killed the 3 guys, you get the thing, so I'm gonna go and figure that out. Shouldn't be too hard, you know, my levels are pretty high at this point, shouldn't be too bad. Alright, found one of the guys. I don't remember what I'm doing, man. Do I just use the thing? I think I run away from that. That doesn't look good. Okay, that wasn't too bad. I don't know. Hey, 1 down, 2 to go. Found the Sarah guy. Fortunately for me, there's actually somebody killing Chaos Ellie, so I don't have to worry about it because it's right in the Chaos Ellie area, so that's very convenient. Alright, 2 down, 1 to go. And found the 3rd guy. And I definitely didn't find him and then forget to get my staff and my cape and then have to run back to the bank and then run back here. I definitely didn't do that. I don't know what you're talking about. And there we go. All 3 dead. Nice. Okay, we are essentially done Mage Arena 2. I think I'm going to imbue my Guthix cape only because it's the cape that I am most likely to actually use with the God spell, because I have the Void Knight Mace and I can autocast Claws of Guthix with it. I'm probably never going to use Sarah Strike or Flames of Zamorak. I mean, to be honest, I'm never going to use Claws of Guthix either, but whatever. Yay. I'll put the stats of the imbued cape on screen right now. But the reason it's so good is because of that plus 2% magic strength. Now, I don't think 2% is going to make a huge deal on its own, but when you combine it with other percent increased damage, it gets really good. So stuff like the Occult Necklace and Tormented Bracelet and all of that, which I don't have yet, but maybe soon, maybe one day. But even just the extra magic accuracy and slight increase to defensive bonuses is going to be nice for Zulrah, so... yeah, pretty happy I did that. Now, let's go back to the big snake. That might be the worst loot I've ever seen from Zulrah. A rare drop table nothing drop and 1,000 flax. Yikes. Elite Clue, nice. After that Elite Clue episode, I always love to see drops when I'm not on an Elite Clue task, and I can start stacking up the caskets in the bank. It is a 1 in 75 chance from Zulrah, so yeah, pretty on rate. And somehow we passed 100 KC, and I didn't even notice. Elite casket acquired. No particularly hard steps there, which is nice. And we can go back to the big snake. Hey, another Elite Clue. Heck yeah. Okay, I just had to Google what a Castle Wars bracelet is. Apparently that's what you get when you enchant an Emerald Bracelet, and it makes you do more damage in Castle Wars. What? And there's the Elite Casket. Again, could do every step. Pretty easy, pretty quick. And we will get back to the snake. What? The double rare drop table again? Nature Rune Silver Ore? What are the chances of those? Well, this is going to be 128 KC, meaning this is sort of the expected drop rate for an item. But obviously we already got the blowpipe on 11 KC, so I'm still feeling pretty lucky here. Hopefully it doesn't take another 128 kills to get the next unique, because I am sort of falling behind on the videos here and would really prefer not to get like another task that takes me a week to complete, so yeah. Started to run out of supplies, so I'm going to take a break here to do a little bit of a restock. Gonna make some bolts, gonna make some pots, gonna make some food, gonna buy some runes, all that good stuff, and then we'll get back to it. So I sort of ran out of money, and I decided to just start working my way through alching the battle staves that I made in the last episode, and I am rich. I'm not even done yet, and I already have 13 mil, but more importantly, there we go, 98 magic! So that's cool. One more to go, and I get my first 99 on the account, so that's kind of cool. Yeah, just gonna finish alching these, buy the rest of the runes, and then we'll get back to it. Also, while I was sitting here alching, I found a crystal impling, and it has an elven signet in it. Okay, never mind. 6 Ranner seeds, let's go! And speaking of last episode, as I'm just about to finish alching these battle staves, I have recently uploaded episode 80 where I talked about forcing myself to make the next level of Zenyte jewelry with each demonic gorilla task, and the response was overwhelmingly positive. Most people agreed that that's what makes the most sense, and some people even said that they already thought that's what I had to do. So that's what I will be doing going forward, provided I do get a Zenyte shard on my demonic gorilla tasks. For each one, I'll make sure to make the next piece of Zenyte jewelry, which will let me train my crafting and let me get those unlocks. So yeah, that'll be good, and I am almost done here. I need to buy more runes. I need nature runes, I need astral runes, and I need law runes, and then we'll be good to go. Okay, so I only have 69 nice range potions left, and I'm out of Wines of Zamorak, even though I have 590 dwarf weed. Can't really do anything with it. And I don't really have a good way to get more wines until I do the hard wilderness diary, when I can telegrab them in that cave and they're noted or whatever. So I just hope I get a unique in these 69 doses, or 69 potions, which is sort of like 4 times that many kills, because I use exactly 1 dose per kill. So that should be plenty. Got lots of prayer potions. My suffering is restocked with recoils. I got the runes. I think I'm good to go. Yeah. Hey, Zulrah Master and a new PB on the same kill. Heck yeah. It's funny how often that happens, where like my PB was 147 for like 60 kills in a row, and then all of a sudden 1 kill I just hit every single time. Got a 143, and the 150 KC combat achievement feels good. That's a master, so 5 points. That's really nice. After getting that 150 KC combat achievement, I remembered there was an achievement to kill Zulrah with Venge, and I just happened to be on the Lunar Spellbook anyway for Cure Me, so decided to get that one done as well. A quick 4 combat achievement points there. Just gonna go back to regular kills now, because the rest of them I can't really do. I'm not gonna die. Oh my goodness. I've never seen so many range attacks on a mage phase. I wish I had that whole thing recorded. I think throughout, there was 1, 2, 3, that was 4 mage phases. I think he mage attacked me 1 time. I used my entire inventory of food. What even was that? I never really understood that design philosophy at Zulrah, where like when she's green, you gotta pray range, and then you're pretty much safe. When she's red, you gotta make sure you're in a safe spot, and then you're pretty much safe. And then when she's blue, you gotta make sure you're praying mage. But then there's just like a 50-50 chance she just hits you anyway. So I don't really understand that. It feels like it punishes you for being unlucky and not for playing poorly, but yeah, whatever. What the heck? So I actually had to go back and re-watch that clip to figure out what happened. but there is a combat achievement to kill 3 snakelings on the same tick, and it just so happened that the 3 snakelings that spawned had their attack cycle synced up, and they all hit me at the same time, and they all got killed by my recoil. So, usually I think what you're supposed to do for that is like... Honestly, I don't even know. It just is kill 3 snakelings simultaneously. I don't know how you're supposed to do that, but I did it. Cool. I know that there's been a lot of Zulrah in this episode, and there's probably going to be a lot more Zulrah in the episode, considering that's probably all that's going to be in this episode. But if you're enjoying it, maybe hit the like button, because that really helps. Thanks. Yes! Finally! 185 KC. I guess it wasn't that long. I can't really complain. But yes, that was actually honestly the one that I wanted, because now next time I get a Zulrah task, I don't have to worry about Venom. I can just use the Serp Visage. Let's go! Honestly, I think that was perfect. That was just the right amount of Zulrah, where now I have a bunch of scales to use for both my blowpipe and my new Serp helm. I got a bunch of supplies. I probably have a few too many clips recorded for this video, but we'll see how it goes. Hopefully I can find a way to make it entertaining for you guys, and I can do something else now. Which, let's go find out what that is. Alright, here we go. Back on the spreadsheet, I can complete this task. I've been doing Zulrah for like 4 days now, so I'm excited to do anything else, and let's see what we're doing next video. 2 uniques from Hallowed Sepulcher. Okay, sure. But before we wrap this video up, I gotta do a couple things. First things first, let's actually make the Serp helm, put some scales in it, just fill that bad boy up. Let's fill up the blowpipe as well while we're here. And still 18,000 scales left, so that feels great. And I'm so, oh my goodness, look at it. It's so good! If we take a look at the loot tracker here, now this does include like the 8 kills that I did before for the Tanzanite Fang, but it says 185 kills. You can see 20.5 million GP worth of loot. Got the Tans, we got the Serp, 42,000 scales. Honestly, nothing super noteworthy in here other than just a lot of supplies, which is going to be great going forward. You know, some food, some alks, etc. So that's nice. I was getting about 10 kills per hour. My tracker says a little bit less than that, but I also did a lot of AFKing where it was just idling. So yeah, it took me a little bit longer than I had hoped, but I'm very happy with the result, and I'm ready to move on. But that's going to have to be it from me for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed. It took me a little bit longer than anticipated, but I still had a lot of fun. And in the next episode, I will unlock the Hallowed Sepulcher by doing Sins of the Father and all of the prerequisite quests, and jump back into that activity, which I also haven't done for a very long time, so I'll get to relearn that. But for now, this is going to have to be it. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to press the like button, because it really helps me out. And while you're down there, make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss the next episode. But that's it from me. I will see you guys in the next video. And a big thank you to all of my channel members, but especially big shout out to Alchemist BTW, Jack Staumer, and Zach Martin for the Tier 3 Big Spoon channel memberships. Really appreciate it, guys. Thank you.